Well, this month we are elevating Black voices as part of Black History Month.
And this morning we're introducing you to a woman who made history in 1940 as the first Black person to ever be nominated for and win an Academy Award. Your Northern Colorado reporter Dylan Thomas tells us more about Hattie McDaniel.
In the heart of Old Town Fort Collins, the historic Armstrong Hotel tells a story of history itself.
Everywhere that she traveled, she's made some kind of a mark.
On this wall of famous Fort Collins residents,
I'm finding out just a plethora of things about her that still boggle my mind.
Kevin John Goff can't help but to admire his great-grand aunt, Hattie McDaniel.
Hattie was the youngest of 13 siblings.
Before stardom, Hattie McDaniel called Denver and Fort Collins home.
That was a decision made by their father, Henry, because he was trying to find a better life, make a better living for the family.
Early photos of Hattie show she was one of the only Black children in her entire community. But as she grew up, it wasn't her skin color that made her stand out. It was her talent.
Denver and Fort Collins was like her training ground for entertainment.
While researching Hattie for a book he's writing about her, Goff said he quickly learned she was not only a radio personality, but a performer of all sorts, from acting to the drums. So she headed west.
In the early 1930s, she went to Hollywood, and the rest is history.
She continued to thrive.
Hattie had a show on CBS, and she worked as a domestic. So those roles that she played on TV, she actually knew those in real life. She did that work. But if you look at Hattie's roles, even though she's playing domestics, if you look at her lines and her delivery, she doesn't deliver them in a subservient way. She's confrontational. She's given her energy as an equal. So I think that's what made her stand out.
But in the late 1930s, everything changed.
Finally, the opportunity for Gone with the Wind came, and that was a game changer. Every actor, actress, didn't matter what color you were, wanted to be in that film.
Hattie landed the role of Mammy in the hit film.
She had something in her spirit that just jumped off the screen.
A film she couldn't even attend the premiere of.
Remember, this is the Jim Crow era, and so she couldn't go to the premiere in Atlanta.
But she broke barriers when she became the first Black person to ever be invited to the Oscars as a guest.
First Black nominee and first winner.
For Hattie McDaniel.
This is one of the happiest moments of my life, and I shall always hold it as a beacon for anything that I may be able to do in the future. I sincerely hope I shall always be a credit to my race and to the motion picture industry. My heart is too full to tell you just how I feel, and may I say thank you, and God bless you.
Decades later, her family and Fort Collins community continue to recognize her place in history, not just at the Armstrong, but also outside her childhood home, where a plaque reminds people of her story. Goff says Hattie overcame racism before and after stardom and proved how the Black community belonged.
Even in your most challenging moments, keep your integrity and don't give up. And that spells her to a T. She's Black history, she's American history.
In Fort Collins, Dylan Thomas, covering Colorado First.